Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Alright, we're once again in the Scania on the multiplayer server right now. Just currently in a MAN dealer with my Scania. I'm taunting them, that's what I'm doing with my Scania. I'm like, hey, I have a Scania, you have an MAN. Anyways, we got a quick little journey here. We have a 200 kilometer journey with our pipes. And we're going to go ahead and get rolling right now. Apparently they have the wipers on. Parking brake is also on. Oh, I guess I didn't change that key. Alright, so we have a journey. Now remember, I am playing on the multiplayer server, so people like that in front of me. He is trying to make my life a bit more difficult, I think. Or he's just lagged out. I can't tell. And he probably thinks I'm being crazy as well, which is entirely possible as well. There we go. Now the funny thing is, if I get kicked out for doing this right now, that would be the funny thing. There we go. Let's get out of his way. I'm sure he appreciates that. There we go, nice. Probably shouldn't have started in 6th gear. That probably would have made my life a little bit easier. There we go. And then we'll take a right turn here once we're ready to go. Apparently the pipes are a little bit heavy, starting in 6th gear. It's probably not necessary in this context, so we'll see how it goes. I do like the Scania. It looks pretty good in white, actually. I think it would look good in red as well, I suppose. I'm not 100% on that, but looks pretty nice. If I got the Raven tires, I think it would look even better, which I think the Raven tires were from, what was it? It was a... one of the World of Trucks events, I think you could have got them from. That was what you originally could get them from, I think, at least. I don't know what the deal is now, and I'm not sure if you can still get them, but... There we go. Yeah, 4th gear was a much better choice. 6th gear is just a little bit too high of a gear. Now let's see if our GPS updates, or if it really wants us to turn around still. Probably wants us to turn around still. Yep, looks that way at least. Maybe it'll make us turn right up here. We'll see. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I had a pretty good day at work today, so as usual, I tend not to have bad days at work, if I'm honest. I have to be careful here because this is all like people driving as opposed to just the AI, and in which case it doesn't make a big difference what I do. But here it kind of does, so because you can get I'm not sure if you can get permabanned. I think they do send those out from time to time, but it's not common. I think most of the time it is just a temporary ban. Essentially, it's timeout in that context. They'll be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to be doing XYZ sort of thing." So they'll give you a little timeout, and then you're off for a bit to do whatever you want to do. Essentially what you really do is just go into the single player game and play around. Oh, that guy came awfully close. Just because he's running in a Mercedes, apparently. Sheesh. Can't believe these people. Drop it down in 4th gear here. Oh man. See, it's funny, in multiplayer it's kind of not a good idea to just jump through lights, and in the single player game too, depending on how realistic you're playing. And I say that primarily because if you decide to go through lights, people will most definitely hit you, and it's not cool. And you get some pretty big pile-ups, actually, which is pretty funny to watch sometimes. Not always, but like I said, it really kind of comes down to how serious you really want to get. Like, do you want to get serious in like this way or that way? So I don't know. There we go. No one's coming. Actually, it's pretty dead. I'm actually surprised how dead it actually is here. On the server. It says EU1, so I would have thought it would be a little bit busier than this, but apparently it's not busy at all, so... You left the city. Well, that's good to know. Sheesh. Thank you for letting me know. 90 kilometers an hour? Okay, we're good. It's 90 in here? I don't know if I'd really want to do 90 in here. It's kind of curvy. Sheesh. don't know. There still isn't anybody in the road though, which is kind of unnerving. I feel like I'm gonna like get into an area and there's gonna be like a ton of people all around. They'd be like, ah! That's the feeling I get at least. So I don't know if it's the case or not, but we shall see. Now, one thing I should try out that I haven't tried out yet is the new DLC that came out, the Cabin Accessories DLC, and see if it actually has been incorporated into the multiplayer. I suspect it has because I had to update the client. So we want the other lane here. Oh, surprised I made that. There we go. There's no one there too. If you try and cut lanes like that normally, you get into a lot of trouble sometimes. Mainly because you're cutting a lot of people off. And of course, in real life, it would be a bad idea. But usually, in real life, your GPS will tell you like you have a turn coming up in 200 meters. Well, at least that's what mine says. I guess if you're American, it probably something like half a mile or whatever. There's bumps on that road. I don't remember there being bumps on that road. No one's on the road. Wow, this is really dead. Sheesh. I shouldn't be complaining, I guess. Where are we? We're off in Belgium, I believe, is where we are. And I think that's partially the reason why I'm running out of fuel. Oh, geez. Didn't even notice that. That's not good. How much fuel do we have left? Probably not very much. Bruxelles? We'll be curious to see how far we can get without running out of fuel, actually. There usually is a fuel stop off along the highway, so I suspect that we'll be able to make it, but we'll see. Give him this guy a little honk. There we go. I don't think we have air horns on right now, do we? Oh yeah, here we go. Pit stop coming up on the right-hand side here. Nice. That was pretty predictable. I honestly didn't think that was going to be there that quickly. Thought it was going to be a little bit further down the road, but apparently not. Excellent. Cool. Oh, man. I forget how much I like this game sometimes. I don't know why. I don't pick this game up as much as Farm Sim. Farm Sim I pick up, like, I play Farm Sim just about every day, so... This game, I don't know why I don't pick it up more often. Put it in neutral, parking brake, turn the indicator off. It's going to drive me nuts. Alright. Got $7,000. Hopefully we'll be able to make the full trip with our $7,000 and our $1,000 of fuel, I imagine. It's funny, if you get the Russian map... Oh, tank's full. Over only $500. Nice. And turn the truck on. There we go. Parking brakes engaged. That always helps when you take that off. There we go. Yeah, if you have the Russian map installed, one of the really cool things about the Russian map is the fact that the fuel is like crazy cheap there. It is like at that stop, I think it was like. Any cars coming? Nope. We're good. Wow, the streets are empty. It's like I'm in what's a movie with a truck? Post-apocalyptic style. Ooh, I don't know. I guess that might be Mad Max would be the closest thing to that kind of scenery, I suppose. Driving trucks and post-apocalyptic on the road. I don't know. There might be some other ones actually. I've seen so many movies I can't keep track of them all. Off to Calais? No thanks. I don't even know where this thing is going actually. Oh, it's going to Brussels. FCP. Okay. I can live with that. Let's change lanes just in case anybody's coming. Luckily no one is. Drop down 12th gear. Nice little cruising speed. Oh, there's a truck coming up behind us and he's coming up fast. Let's get out of his way. Oh my god, look at that. He must be doing 100 on this road. We'll just stay at the speed limit, 90 kilometers an hour. It's a good speed limit. It's kind of a windy road a little bit. I imagine he's doing 100 I think it's the 110, I think, is the maximum on this road. Looks like he's lagging just a wee bit there. Give him a little bit of space around that corner. Whoa, buddy, not even indicating? Come on now. Sheesh. There's Lil. It's funny, I should really turn up my my force feedback a little bit in this game. Actually, I can't do that right now. Not in multiplayer, at least. I only say that because once you get on the highway like this and you're just driving, like there's no resistance at all. I feel like I should turn it up a little bit. Whoa, buddy, get in your own lane. Come on. Whoa, get out of there. Jeez. Can't believe these people. You can report people if you want to. I don't know how helpful it is. You can get kicked out. I've been kicked out only once, thankfully. Let's go to 6th gear, should be fine. No one's coming, good. Take the turn, nice and gracefully. Trying to hit any signs. There we go. And is there anybody coming off to the right? Nope, good. Let's move into that lane then. There we go. It's funny, in Ontario, I'm sure it's the same in other countries too, but in Ontario we have lots of hills, same in Quebec and many other provinces in Canada. And territories, I suppose. I have never been to a territory before. One of these days I'd like to go to like Yukon or Northwest Territories or Iqaluit. Actually, Arctic Char, which is from Iqaluit, is fantastic. Shift gears, Iain. Arctic Char from Iqaluit is fantastic. If you ever get a chance to try Arctic Char, it's really good. I had a buddy who worked up there once and he brought some Arctic Char with him once, and it was delightful. Very, very good fish. Didn't do it. He put it in the oven for a little bit. Didn't do anything else with it, barely. Like, you know, I think it was lemon, pepper, and that was it. And it was so good. One of those things that if you get the chance to, I don't know if the United States gets Arctic Char. I guess Alaska would be the only place that might get it. I'm not certain about that. It's not a common fish you hear about, at least. But it is a fantastic fish. Don't know about gotta change lanes here. I'm not sure about in terms of fighting fish and whether it's a good fighter or not, but it's really good to eat. I watched a video today of Fishing with Rod is his name. Well, his YouTube channel at least. And cool guy. He's out west in Vancouver there. I think it's, maybe not, he's in BC. I'm not going to say Vancouver specifically, but he's in BC. Anyways, it was a video from 2010 he put on his channel just today, I think it was. Anyways, he's using like an ultralight or like light action rod. And, ooh, slow down here, Iain. Let's slow down. There we go, that's better. Anyways, he's using like a light action rod. And he was going for like trout, like, you know, brook trout, I think it was. You know, brook trout are relatively small. I think that, you know, the biggest they get is like, I think a couple pounds. I don't know. I don't fish for trout very often. Good fighters apparently though, but very sensitive when they get taken out of water. Anyways, he was fishing for trout, a much smaller fish, but what he ended up catching was a coho salmon, 10 pounds plus on like this light action rod. Oh man, the fight was like ridiculous. Like he was reeling the fish in, and then it would just take line like there's no tomorrow. Then he would finally get it in again, but he couldn't really push it too much because he only got 6 pound test on this thing, and he has like a 10 pound fish on the line. It was a pretty epic fight. As far as I know, carp are like that as well. I don't fish for carp personally. However, they are well sought after in Europe and perhaps even the UK. Well, I should say England. I know that for a fact, but maybe even the UK. I don't know about all of that, but I know in England they at least are. There we go. Had a downshift there. Sheesh. Apparently I am in. Don't know how that happened. Apparently I'm in 10 gears. I don't know, I must have done something to drop it in only 9 gear, the odd gears. I don't think I did anything. Oh well, we'll stick with 9th gear. Anyways, but yeah, it was a pretty epic fight with that little, like it was a tiny little rod. And he, it looked like it was a lot of fun actually. It's one of those things, it was a situation where he was like, he was actually going for something much smaller. So when he got like the coho salmon, he's like, "Whoa, what is that?" It was pretty neat. Hey, look, there's a Deutz file. Give it a little honk there. Nice. Coming up to a little farming area here. Probably should get back in the truck so I don't run into anybody else. Drop it down. And this is our turn here. Try and make it nice and clean. I don't see anybody there. Nice. But yeah, it was a really nice, really awesome little fight there. Maybe this year I'll try and go for carp, or next year I should say, go for carp, because they're open all year round. Like the season for carp is like so much different than bass. Like bass, it's a very limited, not very limited, but a limited season in comparison at least, because people really want. A lot of people fish for bass and walleye or pickerel, depending who you're talking to. And there's like heavy. What the heck is that in the distance? There's heavy regulations about walleye and bass, but for carp or catfish, or panfish for that matter even, there's like no regulations at all. So it's like one of those situations where you can fish all year long for like, perch or crappie I think here as well, yeah. Or rock bass, sunfish, bluegill, all those things. But when it comes to like bass, walleye, trout, depending where you fish for trout, slow down. Depending where you fish for trout, it can be all year round or only partially or part of the time. Oh, apparently we're out of destination already. Sweet. Alright, gonna grab a quick sip of water while we're waiting for this light. And of course, as soon as I go for grab a drink of water, the light changes. Isn't that always the case? Well, there's a few guys over there. Make sure we take this turn nice and smoothly. Give those guys a honk there. Everybody's a friendly trucker here. Oh, we discovered Brussels. Apparently I've never been here before. Well, I guess there's a few areas I haven't been. I don't know, every single time I play this game, when I go to a new destination, I'm like, oh, I guess I haven't been there yet. Alright, let's zoom in our map so we know where the heck we're going. And where are we going here? What do we got? It looks like it's up on the right, maybe? Not certain here. Oh, it's the left. And that guy ahead of us, it looks like he's going to the same place, I suspect. Ex Opti Ponex, whatever that's supposed to be. Yep, he's going to the same place. Make sure we take a nice wide turn here. Now remember, because this is multiplayer... this is a no collision zone. Oof, that would have been rough. So because this is multiplayer, you actually have to park your trailer, which is a bit different than perhaps we are used to sometimes. So let's see if we can do this. Now it is a lot different when you have a European truck, I've discovered, as opposed to a big American truck. Let's see. Now, can we do this nice and graceful like? Now the key here is, of course, to do it slowly and not quickly. At least as far as I've discovered. Because as I tend to speed up here, I get really terrible. Oh, I still did poorly there. Maybe I'll still be able to get a chance to unload it in time, or without having to fiddle around, but I don't suspect that'll be the case. Let's straighten out here a little bit. There we go. And we need to turn the wheel the other way and see if we can't. Is that going to be good? Nice. Parking brake on. Perfect. Disconnecting trailer. Excellent. All right. Nice. Bonus for parking trailer. Well, of course we always get bonus. Sweet. All right. So, that's another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2, my friends. That was another multiplayer episode. It's pretty. I should go to a busier area. Every time I drive, I'm always like in the most remote area ever. Like, where am I right now? Brussels. So here we are in Brussels, in Belgium, close to Luxembourg and Germany, all that. So maybe I should try and go into Germany. Apparently, I haven't visited much of Germany. So this is I have all the DLCs. So there's a few cities they added. No, that's Pro Mods I'm thinking of, but they've added a few ones. Let's just say that. Go to Brussels, Lille. Anyways, that'll be it for me for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer. What I'm going to try to do is when I record an episode next time on the multiplayer server, I'll just post in the Google Plus community, and if you're interested, you can join me. If you're not, well, don't join me. It's all good. Anyways, that'll be it for me for today. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later.